swag of a prize fighter. The antithesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never posed. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Adrian Broner says Al Haymon owes him money. We're going to take a listen, and then we'll talk about this in greater detail. So Adrian Broner was on the Zone Boxing Show, and here's what he had to say.
Of course, every day I talk to Al Haymon. Every day I'm texting Al Haymon, and he's sending me money every day. It went from 5,000 a day, 10,000 a day, 2,500 a day, 1,500 a day, 1,000 a day, 750 a day, 500 a day, and then it got to $250 a day, and then it was like, Then it was like, hey. Now, I ain't took no check from this. Now he'd tell me, okay, this what you making, da-da-da. I ain't took no check in the last six fights. I know I got money. Where
so money? You're saying that this is money now. He's not loaning you. This is money. This is your money.
This is my money.
Right. He's helping you not spend it all. Is that what it is?
This is my money.
How much money does Al still owe you? I'm just curious. Throw a number out there from all of the fights and everything that you've, earned.
Man.
I don't know.
no, but let him throw that.
I told that. I said, that money. I'll go make my own money.
Oh my God.
Of course, every day I talk to Al Haymon.
All right, so you heard what he said. He said first it went from like 20,000, 10,000 a day, all the way down to $250 a day. And he said that Al Haymon still owes him money, but he didn't disclose how much. He's saying that Al still owes him. I'm gonna turn over to you, Trill Dollar Bill. What's your reaction to that?
We gotta go get that money. Al owed the money. We gotta go get that money. And if I say anything bad about AV, it's going down. Nah, all jokes aside. This is how I feel about that situation. We've been saying this for a while now with Al Haymon. All right. When Al Haymon first, all right, let's just talk about Broner in this money situation. I think that this is accurate. We talked about this before on the show as far as him owing him money. Before there was numbers like 8 million. There was, what I'm saying? I heard numbers around that before. All right. From past fights, and Al was doing like what they did with Allen Iverson, so he didn't go broke. We also covered that on here, and G brought that up. I feel now with the situation is what PBC and Al Haymon and all that going on. I feel like now that money situation is affecting other fighters. When Al first came out on the scene, right, and he was overpaying fighters, right? That's what people were saying. He was overcompensating fighters. And we all did a show here, and I sat here and I was like, yo, Al's doing this because of his brother who was a fighter, I think Far Leonard, you know what I'm saying, and ended up being messed up and wasn't fully compensated as a boxer. So he came out here and was fully compensating these fighters for fights that wasn't really even big fights. These fighters was fighting nobodies, and they was getting all these bags and everything else. Next time when it was time to make these fighters were so used to getting these big for nothing, it was hard to make these fights because they was thinking that they was, worth more and all this other stuff. That ended up happening, and it cost PBC. And I think the same thing happened with the Zone. When the Zone came out, they was throwing all this money. You know what I'm saying? This is all this money to all these fighters, right? And then when the money runs out, they have these issues. And I think it's an issue with the company. It's the reason why he can't pay him. And another thing is, too, Broner got to do better business. He has to do better business. He's too trustworthy of the wrong people. You know, it comes a time where you have to take accountability, and I guess that's what he's thinking about doing now, right? You got to take accountability. You've seen what's been going on for years, and you was good with this guy playing daddy, giving you allowance. I see Deontay Wilder had the same issue where I was just handing him not giving him all his money, just giving him little bits. So I think there's definitely a problem with the company that nobody's talking about. But I also want Broner to take accountability too of his career and being too trustworthy of certain people and not checking on himself and his books and everything else. But I see now that he is focused, and we're gonna get into that later. But I see that he's focused, and I just think that it's time to move on. But I do think that Al should pay them the money that he owes. Adrian Broner, to many people, right? They call him a joke. They say, anything you can say, because, if you don't understand where he comes from or don't understand why he does certain things, it might come off as a little bit clownish or foolish or immature. And it's rightfully so. But in the ring, right, he showed a lot of heart against fighters and didn't get the credit for it, But he's always been in good fights, never been dropped. 4-time champion in 4 different weight classes, the youngest to do it. Pay that man his money. My brother, Caden, said something a long time ago about thinking Broner had CTE. And I totally agree. And he caught that from fighting in the ring. He deserves his money from taking the punishment and being in some of those wars he was in. That's all I feel. Pay that man what you owe. It's only right. No matter what, you gotta pay that man what he owe. He took the punches. You didn't. I'm done.
All right. Conspiracy G.
Yeah. I didn't like what AB did at all. I think it was disgusting. I feel like he went to the Akim Barak show, knowing that Akim Barak on the zone. So technically they the ops. And over there.
He went to the
Listen,
G's talking for the streets, man. Keep going, G.
To be honest, like you see how when Wilder was talking about Al Haymon, right, with 78 Sport, whatever, it was respect. It was like it was no disrespect. It was respect. This guy, AB, I just don't understand this kid, man. It's like
love. Just love to eat and disrespect him. We
Nah,
don't see him disrespect Ellaby. We know when AB is disrespecting somebody. He used to speak to Al all the time. He's just speaking his truth.
All right, well, that's your opinion. G's opinion is he disrespected.
That was disrespect. And on top of that, I'm gonna be honest with you. I even disagree with Trill on this. I think what Al does with his fighters is a good thing. Like you can't give a person like a person like AB who's addicted to gambling and who likes to throw money in strip clubs and all that. You can't get his dude his entire purse. It'll be gone already. And then this kid will be broke and will have nothing for his children.
I totally agree with that part, G. Just like with the Iverson thing.
So it's like, to me, some of these guys, man, you know what is difficult? like even like my line of work, you know, it's like people be like, yo, gee, I want to do this, I want to do that. Can you help me? Blah, 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 right? And you're like, yo, you want to put your people on, but then you see them and you're like, yo, damn, they can't even cut it. And it's like, yo, you're putting your neck out trying to help them out, and you could end up losing your opportunities and stuff. You know what I mean? Al is trying to help out all of these athletes because of what happened to his brother, you know? And then these same athletes are going to trash this dude. You think Bob would do that for them? You think Eddie would do that for them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like something's wrong with us, man. Like if AB is saying, hey, PBC must be going through some real financial issues and it's affecting his pockets, that's one thing. But if you're just on some like, yo, Al Haymon's acting like my daddy and he got me on an allowance and I don't like it, yo, that's disrespect, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's preventing you from being homeless. That's what he's doing. You know, and AB, let's keep it real. You're not Wilder, you know. You haven't been that dude in a long time. So the fact that Al Haymon is still talking to you every day and all that good stuff, to me, that's a blessing. You know, Al right now could just be like, you know, let me wash my hands clean at AB and give you the rest of the money. And I'm gonna be honest, no disrespect, AB, but you look like the type of brother that probably doesn't even check in with his an accountant. When they ask you how much does he owe you, you say,
You know, take accountability. I agree. Take accountability.
That's to me, that's disgusting. So it's like if I was Al, I'd be like, yo, you know, I'm literally this type of person, yo. Like these guys know me, yo. I'm quick to disown anybody. That's just how I am. If you're gonna disrespect me in public, that's cool. We can part ways. I'm like, yo, get this dude his last 100,000. Even if it's like, yo, but I think we owe him like, you know, 2 million. He won't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I'm just saying. You know, but me, I'm the type, I'll just give him his money and be done with him. Because I know he's going to lose up. He's going to throw away all that money in a couple months. And he's going to come running back with a sob story. I'm sorry. You know, like what's that dude? Like
My
Jay
girl
Hood
left me. I was throwing too much money in the strip club. Blah, blah, blah. Like, whose fault is that?
That's all I'm saying. It's like, think about it. It's like that dude, Jay Hood, the rapper, talking mad beefy about the locks and all of them, D-Block, right? Now, a couple years later, he's running back. Oh, yo, let's piece up, guys. Why? Because now you need money. So now you want another record deal, huh? You know what I mean? Dudes is corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, these guys aren't business-minded. So you need business people around you. That's one thing that when Oscar even said about the TC situation, like you need a promoter, all of these guys need accountants and they need lawyers, their own personal accountants and their own personal lawyers. These guys need that. You know what I'm saying? So that way they don't get played and tricked and this, that, and the third. AB, man, is just, man, there's a word that in my mind I just can't say, man, but I just pray for that brother, man, for real.
ITV.
Nah, I completely agree with G. Like sometimes, you know, like the way Broner said it, it's like you're not even managing your money. You don't even know where your funds are, how your funds are being controlled. And what if Al Haymon's like taking care of your mortgage, your rent, your fees, all these bills, but he's paying you, he's giving you your allowance so you don't burn through your money. And now that you're like he stopped, maybe the money's ran out, or maybe he knows he can't give any more because your expenses are more than what you want to spend. You know, he don't want you overspending money. You can't even burn at the moment because AB, yeah, he has recent fights, but before that, he took a hiatus for like 2-3 years. So AB, you maybe should look into it. I'm not saying Al's robbing you, but I'm saying maybe Al's is looking out for your best interest, and because you haven't been fighting, you haven't been active as much as you were previously in your career. You can't just be blowing through your money like this. And yeah, you have kids, you have family, you have so much you got to take care of. And $1,000, $2,000 a day ain't the best, ain't in the best interest for you because you want to just go blow it on some useless items that you think you want in the moment.
Spend it trying to look like you got $1 billion.
Yeah. So yeah, I think AB, you need to apologize to Al because you misspoke and he don't owe you money. He's protecting it, and that's it.
I'm just going to see if I can share this real quick. At first, I was like, there may be some traction to what AB's saying, but then after listening to him and what Wilder said, remember there are two different things. Wilder never said that Al Haymon owes him money. He says he just wants to be paid all his money at the end of the fight. He never said that Al Haymon doesn't pay him his money, which is something completely different. AB said that, I don't know if y'all can see this. AB said that Al Haymon, you went from sending him like $20,000 a day to $10,000 a day to $5,000 a day. If you listen to what he said, he just admitted that Al Haymon paid him all his money. And I'm going to show you how. This is $10,000, right? Times 365. You see, that's $3,650,000. So if Al Haymon sent you $10,000 every day for a year, that means that he paid you $3,650,000. It doesn't seem like a lot when every day you're throwing your money away, but that's actually that much money. So he even said $250 a day is what he started sending him. If you send someone $250 a day, right, times 365, it's gonna come out to 90. I don't know if that's, I think it's 90,000. I don't know how it's gonna tell.
Nah, it's been 91.
Nah, I know, but I don't think that number's right. Times 365. That is right. All right. So 91,000. So you see, even if he sends you $250 a day, that's still a lot of money. You sitting around here, you said he sent you $5,000 a day. Okay. So that's going to be 1.7, 1.6, 1.7 something million. This is what I'm saying. You don't even know how much money he owes you.
That's what
I'm saying. Because you don't know about money.
Exactly.
You don't know about money. If you knew about money, and Ark and Barack, either they don't know about money or they just want to let this motherfucker talk. When someone says he sent me $10,000 a day, the first thing I thought was, woo, that's multiple millions. If you send someone $10,000 every day, how could you spend $10,000 every day? Go ahead, bro.
See, when I took from that, it's like I didn't take it as every day. I took it like he sent him 20,000 one day, and then he sent him 10,000 one day. Then he sent him 5,000 one day, and then 20,000 one. I didn't take it as like he sent him 10,000 every day for a year.
That's how you took it. I took it for what he said.
Mm-hmm.
So there's what you're saying, and there's what he actually said.
I'm just saying how I perceive
source. He's a direct source. As the direct source,
how he worded it, I think he worded it wrong.
Either we're going to rely on what he said or we're not. So respectfully, I'm going to go with the source. So what you think is cool, but what he said and what he reported was that he was receiving $10,000
every day for a year. That's what he said on that.
That's what he said.
Play it back. Play it back that he said he received 10,000 every day every day for a year. I want to hear that. I never heard
listen, for starters, we're talking about Adrian Broner. We're talking about what Adrian Broner said. It doesn't matter. He said every day he received money from Al Haymon. He said first it started off as 20,000. That's the first number he said. Huh? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to the point. The point is if you send someone even the smallest amount of money, as I pointed out, I didn't even go to the highest. If I go to $20,000 a day, that's like 7 million. I didn't do that. I went to the middle per day. Then I went to the lowest per day. So even if it's somewhere in the middle, if you get all that money per day, he paid him a lot of money every year. I never said that he was getting $10,000 every day. When you watch this again or listen to it again, I said, if you paid someone $10,000 every day for a year, it would be 3.6 million. Then I said, even if you paid someone $250 every day, it still would be 91,000, which is still more money than the average American makes. So that was the point I was making. And the point I was making was AB doesn't understand money or math, because if he did, he would realize he probably did get all his money. He doesn't even know how much money he's owed.
True.
But he admits that he received money on a daily basis. So if you receive 10,000 here, 20,000 here, if you receive $250 here and there, whatever, it all adds up, is my point. It doesn't add up to a lot when you're snorting coke. It doesn't add up to a lot when you're throwing money in a strip club. It doesn't add up to a lot when you're trying to make yourself look like you're about billions when you don't got it. But there's other people who make a good living with that money. There's Gervonta Davis, there's Danny Garcia, there's a bunch of other fighters who turn that money into ways of making more money. Even Deontay Wilder, he's the only one who wants to stand up low, and he's the only one complaining. He's the one running to BLK Prime. He's the one. But all I'm saying is, you can't go in front of a camera and say, I was getting this much money daily, because someone like me who can do math is going to be like, okay, so you're saying you got paid a lot of money. Then when they ask you how much money does he owe you, you have no answer.
I agree. I totally agree with that. That he has to take accountability. That was the first thing that I said. AB has to take accountability for his actions. But I do also have to say that I believe when he says, I haven't got money from 6 fights. 6 fights.
He got money every day though. And although you want to interpret it however you want to interpret it, I heard him say he got money every day. Still to this day, he gets money from Al every day. I talk to Al every day. He sends me money every day.
But he don't know what's. That's why I say he has to take accountability. He doesn't know how much is owed to him. He doesn't know what's, you know what I'm saying? That's why he got to take it. But if it is money that's owed to him, give that man his money, like G said. Be done with him. Give him his money.
How can we assume that there's money owed to him? Here's what I know. And you can
he doesn't know. I agree. He doesn't know.
He doesn't even know. So how can we say we know? He admits that he talks to Al every day, and Al sends him money every day. In addition to not knowing what Al sends him or whatever, what you don't know is his tax situation, because that's something completely different. Does Al even just take his tax money out the brick? Because people don't understand this. When you pay taxes, there's what you make. Take 40% off of it, off the rip. 40. Off the rip is gone. So does he even understand taxes? Does he even? Adrian Broner doesn't listen. Like, I don't even want to get into it. I don't already wasted enough time. Dude don't even know how much money he's allegedly owed, but says he gets paid money every single day. Then probably so dumb, he's probably snitching on Al, because what if he's not even being taxed on that money? And then I'm the IRS and I hear that, I'm like, Wesley Snipes coming for you. You know what I mean? So come on, man. Adrian Broner to me is just a guy who doesn't get it. He don't understand money. He don't understand anything. Everything I hear him saying doesn't sound like he's someone who's being taken advantage of. It sounds like he's someone who's ungrateful. That's what it sounds like to me. That's all I'm saying.
I think that AB needs to have good people around him, and he needs to take accountability. That's what I believe.
So what you saying? He need a box of bros around him.
That's what I'm saying. He needs someone.
AB called me. I got you, brother. I got you. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.